Next topic is the turning effects of the forces. You know very well about the forces, but what is the turning effect? For that you can see here there is a diagram which showing the nut and the pivot. If I suppose that I have this object and I apply two forces on this object. One force is applied towards the right and the other is applied towards the left. Then what will happen? As the two forces are acting in the opposite direction and both of these have the equal magnitude, it means that this object will start rotating. It will move into the circular path. You know very well the effects of the forces. The forces can cause the acceleration, means that increases or decreases the speed of the moving object, as well as it can change the shape and the size of the object. So here what is given basically, when the two forces acting on the object and both of these forces are acting in the opposite direction, then what will happen? This object will start rotating. It will move. So it means that the turning effect is produced in that body. The concept of the turning effect comes from the rotation. So first of all, if I consider that I take any object, like in this figure, this point around which the body moves is called the pivot point. It is the any fixed point around which the body is moving. For example, first of all, here in this figure you can see there is a pivot. This point is basically the fixed point around which the object can rotate. I suppose that I apply the force on that point, then what will happen? This will start moving. The motion takes place in two directions. This may move in clockwise direction, which is shown by this arrow, and it may move in anti-clockwise direction in the opposite direction like that. So there are two directions for the motion here. One is the clockwise and the second one is anti-clockwise. Just remember that the needle of the clocks moves in the clockwise direction, while the opposite direction is basically the anti-clockwise direction. So here the force I shown here, it is applied with the help of spanner here. When I apply the force, it start moving and this direction is shown here, like it is moving in clockwise direction. This is basically the turning effect of the forces. So sometimes when you have to loose or tighten the nut, you cannot do it with your fingers. It is very difficult to loose or tighten the nut with your hand. For that, you have to use the spanner. By using the spinner, you can easily tighten or loosen the nut by rotating it. Therefore, you can simply say the torque or the movement of the force. Both of these are basically the same terms. This can be defined as the turning effect of the force which is produced in the body. You know that when the turning effect is produced, this body rotates in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So, the moment of the force or the torque, both of these can be defined as the turning effect of the force which is produced in the body. On which factor the moment of the force depend and what is its mathematical form? So go back to this figure again. Here first of all, this is a pivot point around which the force is applied, and I suppose that your hand is at this point from where you are applying the force. So you need to consider this distance. It would be the perpendicular distance from the point of application of the force to the point around which the body rotates, means that the pivot point. This distance is represented by d. The product of this distance and the magnitude of the applied force. This is basically called as moment of the force. I can simply say that the moment of the force or the torque depends upon two quantities. One is the perpendicular distance from the point of action of the force to the point around which this body rotates, and the applied force. You can see here the same thing. The moment depends on the magnitude of the force as well as the distance from the pivot. The moment of the force depends upon two factors. One is the magnitude of the applied force and the second is the distance of this force from the pivot point. It is calculated by multiplying the force with the perpendicular distance between the force and the pivot point around which the body rotates. So the mathematical form here, you just need to multiply both of these. The torque or the moment of force is represented by m. The applied force has magnitude f and the perpendicular distance is d. So the torque is basically the product of the force and the perpendicular distance. Mathematically, m is equals to f cross d, where f is the force and the unit of the force is Newton. D is a perpendicular distance from the pivot point, but as it's a distance, can you tell me the unit of the distance? The SI unit of the distance is meter. What would be the unit of the moment of the force? So first of all, I write here the unit of the force is Newton and the unit of the distance is meter. It means that the unit of the torque or the moment of force is Newton meter. You just need to combine both of these units. Here are some examples of the moment. First of all, here is an example of the door. In the first figure, you can see, first of all, the door is closed, and in the second one, the door is open. When the door is closed, you cannot produce any movement here. But the side where the door is fixed to the wall, this side, it is basically called as hinge, or the second name is the pivot. Both of these are the same thing in the case of door. So actually, this door rotates about this pivot point. You have to apply the force on the handle of this door, and always you can observe here the handle of the door is basically on the opposite side of the hinge. This side is the hinge or the pivot point, and the handle of this door is on the opposite side of the pivot point. It means that you have to apply the force on this handle so that you can open the door, which is given in the figure 2. You can see here in the open door, the kid is basically applying the force on this handle due to which the door is open. So I can simply say, in this case, the distance from this handle to the pivot point is the perpendicular distance, which is called d. And the amount of force that you are applying here is represented by F. So the product of the force and perpendicular distance is basically called as the moment. Next, we also have to see that what will happen when we apply the force on the pivot point instead of the handle of this door. Does the moment produce here or not? For that you have to go back to the formula of the moment, which is the product of the force and the distance. In this case, when you apply the force at the hinge or the pivot point, the perpendicular distance between the force means that the point of application of the force and the pivot point is 0. When the distance is 0, it means that the moment is also equals to 0. So I can simply say here, the moment is 0. It is because of the reason you are applying the force at the pivot point, the perpendicular distance is 0. But when you apply the force towards the handle, it means that by increasing the perpendicular distance, the moment of the force increases. The second example you can see here, the moment is also used in the scissors. So first of all, you can see here, turning effect causes the door to open. The door handle is placed on the opposite side of the pivot point or the hinge to increase the perpendicular distance. This produces the larger turning effect, making it easier to open the door. Opening a door with the handle close to the pivot means that closer to the pivot point would be much more difficult and forceful. You have to apply here the larger force when you are going to open the door by applying the force closer to the hinge. If you apply the force at the hinge to open the door, means that at the pivot point it will not move. It is because of the reason in this case the perpendicular distance is 0. When the perpendicular distance is 0, the moment is 0, so that it cannot move. The other example of the moment is basically the use of the scissors.